difference, goals scored, and fair play in that order will determine the order of merit should teams finish level on points. And it's an interesting point that the lads brought up there. What do you do now if you're Didier Deschamps? Do you rest Mbappe? Will he be going, I want the golden boot?
Well, I have to slightly disagree with Dara. He said they haven't won the group yet. They haven't won it. But they're 6 goals and 3 points ahead of Australia. So I don't think Australia is going to turn it around in the last game. So they have as good as won the group. I think he'll make changes, 5, 6, 7 changes. Mbappe, I'll ask him. I would ask him, do you want to play? Did you get a knock? How do you feel? But if he wants to play, there's no reason to not play him. Because obviously, I think he's got to keep 2 or 3 players in that team. But he's got the luxury now to rest some players, which is great for France. Another great performance today. But with the golden boy, I'd ask him whether he wants to play. And I'm sure, you know, you've seen him in the last minute when Thuram was running onto that ball when he took off and overtook him and wanted the ball to get his hat-trick. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't want to play.
What would a striker want?
He'll want to play, let's be honest. He'll definitely be chasing that golden boot. I think he's level now with Valencia, isn't he? So he'll definitely need to, or want to play in the game anyway. But again, I think it will be a conversation between Deschamps and him to see how he's feeling. And if he wants to play, and as I said, I'm sure he will want to play if he's feeling fresh.
But when he went down there, we were worried, you know, that after such a performance, that it might be a tournament-threatening tackle.
Yeah, well, look, there's always going to be chances in games where that might happen, you know, but I think going into a game against Tunisia, you can't have those thoughts in your mind. I think obviously you got to look forward to the next round, but I think a player of his quality and his calibre will want to play if he can.
We saw with Neymar, I suppose, that he ended up with looked like a tennis ball on his ankle with the swelling. So you do have that, I suppose, dilemma. Do you know, keep players in cotton wool until the more important games?
But I think you've got to know your players, and obviously this is what Deschamps is in charge of the team for a number of years now. There's certain players who need a rhythm. They need to play to keep performing. And then there's other players, you take them out for 3 days, for 5 days, and they perform after coming or not playing for a week or 10 days. And that's where you have to know your players. But you know, he's enjoying his football, the way he's, you know, playing with a smile on his face. I'd be very surprised, and I think he'll be in the team against Tunisia.
We were talking before the tournament and even before this game, and we'll still talk a bit later on, of course, about Messi, about Ronaldo, mentioned Neymar. But is Mbappe the heir to the throne now? Is he the best in the world at the moment?
I think he's shown it, isn't he? I think we've seen with this winning goal, he's shown even another different development to his game with a poacher's type of goal. We see him scoring so many brilliant individual goals here, but this is really good finish as well. It doesn't just hit him, you can see he adjusts his leg to make sure he directs it on target. And look, I think he's definitely up there. I think we spoke before the game that maybe himself and Haaland are looking to come and dethrone Messi and Ronaldo, who are coming into the latter stages of their career. But he's definitely a fantastic player, and we've talked about him so much throughout this game, at half-time and before the game, and he really was the difference maker in the game today.
He's got a beautiful right thigh. That's one that, you know, look, it's onside, but, you know, was there even a moment of doubt? But because he's so fast, he can make up the space, can't he?
Exactly, yeah. There was a concern maybe would there be some sort of VAR decision that would go against him, but as you can see, he was just about onside and he had the pace just to get beyond the player. And
brave as well, because he knew, like, Schmeichel comes out, you know, makes himself as big as he can. You know, he's not going to take any prisoners.
Exactly, and as we said before, he's a goal scorer. He knows there's a chance to get a goal there. He's going to put his body on the line. And again, as I said, it didn't just hit him. It was a good improvisation to get his body in the right position to finish it off.
Well, we're lucky. I guess it's one of the better matches of the tournament so far, isn't it?
Yeah, very good, very good. Denmark was good as well. Excellent game all around. Denmark, after they got that equaliser, you thought if they held on for a bit longer, maybe they would have pushed, because in the end, the way the table stands, a draw would have been as good as a loss, and it would have been interesting to see whether they really go for it and try to get a second goal and get a winner. But no, good all-round game, and wouldn't be surprised if we see Denmark as well in the last 16.
Okay. More riding on that from that point of view, unless Tunisia do the unthinkable.
Yeah, which I can't see, even if France makes 6 or 7 changes. Probably the winner takes it all in that Australia-Denmark game. Draw is enough for Australia. Denmark probably the better side, but Australia showed great character today. They had to really battle out, they had to defend. They didn't concede an awful lot of chances. And they're a tough team to break down. I think Denmark might have their work cut out. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Australia go through.
And the Aussies were really emotional after that game. It really meant an awful lot to them.
Yeah, it was an important win for them today, wasn't it? I think you could see from the celebrations at the end what it meant to them. And obviously, as I said, it puts them in a good position going into that last game now against Denmark. But I think Australia have brought a lot to this World Cup. They've showed great energy. They scored some good goals as well. And I'm looking forward to that game now between Denmark and them because, as you say, it's going to be a lot riding on it.
Absolutely. OK, well, that's Group D done and dusted for now.